Is it awkward between us now? Is it awkward that we haven't talked in like a month? I feel like it is. Are you guys mad at me? Hopefully not anymore, because we are about to do a lot of catching up. I would maybe go to the restroom, prepare a snack, and be ready to sit down for a little bit because we have a lot to talk about. We have a new baby in the family. We're pretty much finishing our basement within the next few weeks. We celebrated Addie's birthday. We celebrated Sunny's birthday. We had Valentine's Day. I took a trip out to North Carolina, and we are literally planning a trip right now to be leaving the next few days. We have Survivor tonight that's starting up again. We need to talk. I have footage from February 1st and several videos that I have not gotten around to edit. And yesterday morning I sat down to edit my first video, and come to find out, all of the footage that we have taken in February so far is in slow motion. This camera is a newer camera. I think we've had it for about 6 months maybe. It has a slow motion button mode. It is right next to the power button. It's very easy to press. I don't know who wants their videos filmed in slow motion, but apparently enough people do to be able to put it on this camera right next to the power button, and you can easily press slow motion and you don't know anything until you fully recorded a video, go back on the footage and see it's in slow motion. I'm gonna try not to cry, but all of Addie's 3rd birthday footage is in slow motion. Everything for the month of February is in slow motion. So we're gonna talk through it, and we're gonna go through everything that has happened, and we're going to try not to cry about it. So first of all, winter is flying by so fast, which is how I want it to be. We started off February sick, and I can say for the rest of the month of February, we have not been sick. We were sick the entire month of January, sick a little bit at the beginning of February, and then ever since then, we've been good. Thank goodness. The slow motion footage starts off with Ben asking us to be his Valentine. He did this whole extravagant thing that he does every single year to ask us to be his Valentine. He made us cards. He set up like yes or no stuff, got us candy, and asked each one of us individually to be his Valentine. And of course, all of us said yes, and it was so cute and fun. We had the Super Bowl, which you guys know Ben, okay? We've been on here for years and years and years. Everyone knows that he is literally the biggest Eagles fan out there. The Eagles were in the Super Bowl versus the Chiefs. I set up all of these really cool decorations. We had a bunch of people over. We had good food, and the Eagles won the Super Bowl. It was a crazy night. Sunny's birthday was on February 12th. I didn't film much on the camera, but I did film on my phone. We took her to Shields. We got her dog food. We got her dog treats. We got her dog toys. That was super fun. That day was very cold. It was so snowy outside. She's 2 now. And I always get questions about her, like if we still have Sunny, if we don't have Sunny. She loves the kids. She loves our family. The kids love playing with her. On Valentine's Day, we always go to Texas Roadhouse, so Ben set up a cute little surprise for us, and we took him to Texas Roadhouse, and we got there at 4:45 thinking that that would be enough time to get in right away, and it definitely was not. It was quite the experience. I actually filmed an entire story time on here about our experience at Texas Roadhouse, but it is all in slow motion. I don't know if I want to revisit that, to be honest, because so much has happened since then that would take up like 10 minutes of this video. We made the best of our experience, but it was definitely a wild one, and we will probably either stay home next year or go at like 3 o'clock next year for Valentine's Day. Addie's birthday is February 16th. I was going to be leaving on February 17th to go see my sister because she was getting induced on February 18th. You guys, this is where the story ramps up. No wonder I had no time to sit down and edit any of this, because I barely had time to sit down at all. First of all, we had extended family coming into town on the 15th. I was doing my best to prepare ahead of time. I knew on the 16th we would be visiting with family, which is Addie's birthday. And you guys know how I am about birthdays. I'm crazy about birthdays. I like to not spoil my kids, but you know, make them the main focus of the day. I knew that that expectation probably wasn't going to be met while family was in town on her birthday. I decided that the 15th was the day that we were going to celebrate Addie. We got her a little cake from the store that she picked out. We were able to like sing her happy birthday at home as a family the night before her birthday. Then the night before her birthday, I set up all of her decorations. I wrapped all of her presents. We put balloons in her room. She actually ended up sleeping in our bed like halfway through the night anyway, so she never saw the balloons in her room, but it was still really cute and fun. Now I'm ready for the day. So on Addie's birthday, she woke up, she opened up her presents, and we immediately started to get ready for her birthday party, which her birthday party was at Build-A-Bear this year, which I highly recommend. It was such a fun and cute experience. She had 7 of her friends, or 7 of them all together, go to Build-A-Bear, make a Build-A-Bear. I bought this package where the kids could pick out a certain Build-A-Bear under a certain price range, and then they got a heart, they got clothes, they got shoes, they got a bag. It was really cute. And normally I do birthday parties at my house, but since I was leaving the next morning, I didn't want to leave Ben with a huge birthday party mess, so we decided to do it at Build-A-Bear, which was such a good experience. Again, I highly recommend it. Literally woke up, did presents, got ready, went to Build-A-Bear, did cake, did food, went home, and I packed for like 2 hours in between that time frame. And then we went over to my mom's house to eat dinner at her house and spend some time with the family that was in town. Thank goodness I got a lot of my packing done in between that time. This is when my sleep deprivation started. My eyes were bloodshot. I was just so tired from Addie's birthday. Setting up, tearing down, doing the birthday party, just being on adrenaline, and then packing, seeing family, and then coming home and packing again because my sister was getting induced on Tuesday. Addie's birthday was on Sunday. The next day, we were off in the airport. Me, my mom, and Clara were going to visit my sister. So we get to the airport, we get to the terminal, our flight gets delayed. And I told my mom, I think Emily is going to be either in labor or her water is going to break. Contracting, or her water's going to break by the time we get there. I think my sister's gonna have this baby before we get to Asheville. I think that we're going to land and she's either gonna say that her water broke or she's like contracting. Our flight was delayed 3 hours. We get into the air, we're coming down into Asheville, and my mom got phone service, and my sister was texting my mom saying that she had been having contractions for 2 hours and that she was still contracting in the cell phone lot, and as soon as we got to her, she was going to take off and go to the hospital. Sister is texting my mom saying that she's having contractions and she might have to go to the hospital like right now. When was that? What time? 2 hours ago?
Well, I don't know if it was our time or just now. No, it's 4:38. 2 hours ago?
You need to text her. Say I have service, how are you feeling, or something. Oh my gosh. If they keep going like they do, we might need to go to the hospital.
Oh gosh.
We were freaking out. We were still in the air. We had not landed yet. We finally land after such a long time. They had to like go around in the airplane because it wasn't clear to land. They do a big circle, come back down, land. As soon as we land, the steering breaks. So the plane stops and the pilot comes over the plane. He's like, hey, our steering broke. We can't move the plane. We are going to be getting somebody out here to tow us into a terminal. And we were like, oh my gosh, there is no way this is happening right now.
We'll have to show him this video of how fast we are going to get you, girl. We're coming to get you.
Hang in there.
This is the rate.
Hang in there. We're coming as fast as we can.
Look how fast we're going.
Oh yeah. We're cooking now.
We call Emily. We're like, Emily, are you okay? Like, she's having contractions every 3 to 4 minutes and we are stuck on this runway. It probably took an extra 20 to 30 minutes for somebody to come out there, pull us back into a gate, and we are just constantly checking up with her like, what is going on? Are you okay? Do you need to go get an Uber? We were trying to convince her to get in an Uber, or we would get an Uber for her to just go to the hospital. We'll get an Uber, we'll come pick up her daughter. So she has her daughter in the car and her husband's waiting for her in a different car to be able to take her to the hospital. She has her bags packed. It was insane. Finally get to our baggage and my mom was like, Katie, go out, go get the car, go get the baby. I'll stay here. I'll wait for the luggage and Emily can go on to the hospital. So I ran out there. The security guard out there was like, you better hurry. Like, your sister's in labor. I'm like, I know. I get in the car. I drive her to her, or she drives me to her husband. We swap. She says bye to her daughter. She gets in the car with her husband and they pulled out before I pulled out to go get my mom and they were on their way to the hospital. I go back, I go get my mom, I load up the car, get the luggage, and we were off to go take care of her daughter and her dog while she and her husband were in the hospital. We get back to her house, we were like all distraught. We hadn't eaten. It was such an insane day. We were so high off of adrenaline and I am so exhausted at this point. And also, North Carolina is 2 hours ahead of our time here. So I woke up at 6:30 the next day with her daughter, which is 4:30 Colorado time. You guys, I was like literally like running on fumes and caffeine. I was in the trenches when it came to how tired I was. My sister had her baby at 3 a.m. and she got to the hospital just in time, got her epidural. She had her baby at 3 a.m. So for the next, I think it was 2 days, no, it was like probably a day and a half that I took care of her daughter. She came back, we met the baby, and it was just a super fun trip where we spent so much time with my sister. We would go back to our hotel and we would sleep, and then we'd wake up, get ready, go spend time with my sister, go out to eat, get her the things that she needed, and then we'd go back and sleep. Then stayed at home with the kids from Monday to Saturday. I got back on Saturday. My sister had her baby early in the morning on Tuesday, and she was supposed to be induced on Tuesday. So the baby came naturally on early Tuesday morning, which is pretty much what happened to me with Avery. And that is the way you want it, right? You want to just naturally go into labor. We spent the entire week there. It was so crazy. I feel like the days were going by so quickly. And then before we knew it, we were home. Sunday, Ben went and played football. It was like a decompression day for both of us because he had the kids and then I was gone. He went and played football. We hung out outside on Sunday. I took a nap on Sunday. And then what's today? Today's Wednesday. Survivor starts today. So that is pretty much where we've been the past few weeks. But there's a lot of other stuff that's been going on behind the scenes, which one big update is our basement finishing time that we are dealing with right now. At the beginning of January, I don't think we filmed anything about it, but we had probably 8 or so people come out to our house and give us quotes, look at our basement, see how much it would cost. We were just really starting the process of finishing our basement. Finally narrowed it down to 2 people, and then ever since we've been back, we narrowed it down to the person we want to go with, and now we're just working on, you know, the finances, the funds, and how we want to do it. We are probably going to have a finished basement before summertime. We didn't know if we wanted to wait until summertime because they were telling us that they pretty much are going to leave the windows open to get stuff in and out of the house the entire time. So it's going to be pretty cold right now, and we didn't know if we wanted to wait until summer to do that where it's a little bit warmer, but I think we're just going to go ahead and do it. I think it's a 2 to 3 month process of getting everything finished. So we are far closer than we have ever been to finishing the basement. We pretty much just have to sign off on everything we need to get a storage unit and move everything out of our basement before they can even start. We need to pick out the carpet that we want. We need to pick out literally everything that we want before they can start as well. That is in the works. And then literally just today, we're like, we are going to be taking a trip because it is in a way correlated to a campaign that we're doing. It's a fun excuse to go take a little trip, and we haven't taken a trip as a family in over a year. Last year we didn't travel at all, so this will be our first family trip. We are also going to Disney in a few weeks, and that is so exciting. I'm so excited about going to Disney. That is also with a different campaign, but I'm like, all of these excuses to travel, like, count me in. I will be there. So we're going to Arizona. We are going to Disney World and Legoland probably too at some point. So leave all your recommendations for Arizona, for Orlando, Legoland versus Disneyland, which parks you like, what you recommend. I want to hear it all. I'm going to read every single one of these comments because I haven't been to either one. So I want to know everything that we should do, shouldn't do, stay away from, do, you know? So yeah, also today, Survivor is starting. The world does not stop spinning. I swear everything is just so insane, but insane in a good way. Like, all of these things are so exciting and fun. It's just each day goes by so fast. We always do Survivor. If you've been a long-time viewer of ours, we are huge Survivor fans. I'm really trying to get Ben to go on the show. And so my family is coming over tonight to start a new season of Survivor, which we're all very excited for. The dry months where there's no Survivor and we don't see each other every week because we don't like have an excuse to get together, you know, like when Survivor's on, we have to get together every Wednesday, and it's just fun to have my family over every single week. We cook for them. We just enjoy our time, so that'll be fun to start that up again. Clara will be 6 months old in 2 weeks. Oh my gosh, what in the world is going on? Homeschooling is going great. Ben did some school while I was gone. He kept up reading with them, and he did such an awesome job taking care of the kids while I was gone. He documented it all on Instagram and TikTok. If you guys have those platforms, go over there and you can see everything that he was doing every single day. Do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi? See, it's been a month. I have to wet and comb down her hair every single day because this is how she wakes up. And poor thing has little knots in her hair already because her hair is so long that I have to be so careful. Yeah, I have to be careful with your girl. That is an update. All of that brings us to current day. And I never want to be that far behind on footage ever again. But I seriously think that this month has been one for the books. It has been a really, really crazy one. So for the rest of the day, I'm going to try and get this video up. I'm going to get the house clean and tidy for a family coming over to have dinner. Ben just left the house so that he could go get some last minute things for tonight. We're making some hamburgers and hot dogs for everybody. We just need to kind of like pick up the house and get everything ready and start cooking. So that is going to be pretty much it for today's video. Again, don't want to get that far behind on footage ever again. It felt like so heavy on me. I knew that I had so much footage to work through and like so much time kept going by. Like each day kept going by and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't get to this today. But today we're meeting the goal and we are getting a video up. Oh, did you just burp? Did you just burp? Oh, your hand's stuck, huh? So anyway, say I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and follow us on all the social medias down below. And we'll see you in our next video. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye.